Welcome to Tech Wizard. So friends, today we are going to discuss Java features. Also, it is sometime called buzzwords of Java. So let us list it out first. What are the features of Java? So first one is a simple. Second is platform independent. Third one is architecture neutral. Fourth one is portable. Fifth is secure. Next one is object oriented. Seventh is multi-threaded. Then next one is robust. Ninth is distributed. 10th is compiled and interpreted. 11 is high performance, and 12th is dynamic. Okay, so these are the features of Java. So let's go one by one, starting from the first one, that is the simple. So simple means you can say it is easy to learn Java. How it is easy to learn? Because here there is no concept of pointer, operator overloading, and memory allocation. Okay, memory allocation, we can say explicit memory allocation. Okay, so these concepts are not here. So we can say that Java is easy to learn compared to the C language. Second one is platform independent. So what is platform independent? It simply means that Java code can run on any environment. Now what this means? It means that your Java code can run on Windows OS. It can also run on Linux and also run on Mac. Okay, so on any operating system your code is going to execute. So that is what called as a platform independent. Next one is the architecture neutral. So this means that changes and upgradation in OS or any other, or you can say or any other hardware doesn't require any change in your Java program. Okay, for example, you have one Java program and after that you think that I need to change I need to upgrade my RAM for 4 GB to 8 GB. Okay, so if you are upgrading that hardware, you are not required to change any of the line in your Java program. Okay, similarly, if you are updating your Windows version, then again there is no requirement to change any line of code of your Java program. Okay, let's take one more example. For example, in if we talk about C. Okay, so C is dependent on compiler. How much memory is allocated? For example, if you talk about integer in C, so how much memory will be allocated to integer? That depend on the compiler. If the compiler is 16-bit compiler, if the compiler is 16-bit compiler, then it allocate 2 bytes, and if the compiler is of 32-bit, it allocate 4 bytes to integer. Okay, but that doesn't case over here in Java. Okay, so that is called architecture neutral. Again, what it means, if you are changing any of your hardware or upgrading any of your hardware or upgrading your operating system software, it doesn't require any changes in your Java program. So that is the architecture neutral. Next one is portable. So it means that you can carry your Java bytecode to any platform without making changes. Okay, so it means that your code, the bytecode, which is, you can say, once we compile the file, once we compile our Java file, like for example, we are having one student.java file. When you compile using this command javac student.java, the result will be one class file, that is the student.class file. So this class file will contain bytecode, and this bytecode which is in this class file can run, or you can port this file on any operating system. For example, you have created one program, the student.java, on Windows operating system. Compile that program and the result will be student.class file, and take that class file and run that on any other platform. You can run the same one in the Linux one, and you can run the same one in the Mac OS. Okay, so it is like the mobile portability. Okay, what we are doing in that, we are changing the service provider without changing our mobile number. We do not need to change our mobile number to change the service provider. Okay, so in this case, this our class file, this class file is our bytecode, which can run on any other operating system, and for that you do not need to make any changes in your program again. Okay, so this three concept, second one, third one, and fourth one, look similar, but there is a minor difference in between them. Okay, platform independent, it means your program will run on any environment or in any operating system, whether it is Windows, whether it is Linux, or whether it is Mac. Architecture neutral, it means that if you are making any changes in your software, in your operating system, in your hardware, it doesn't require any modification in your Java program. Portable means that you can carry your bytecode to any platform and you do not need to make any change over there. Okay, so you can say that Java is portable because it provides the feature of platform independent. Okay, I hope that you got this concept. Next is secure. Okay, so Java is known as a secure language because Java program never communicate directly with machine. Okay, so as we know, it first generate byte code, and that byte code will be converted into the machine code. That will be done by JVM, Java Virtual Machine. Okay, so the thing is that if bytecode contain any malicious thing, or if it contain any problem, JVM will raise an error. Okay, that is called as a verify error, and this is the responsibility of bytecode verifier in JVM. Okay, so JVM have three components. One is called class loader, second one is called bytecode verifier, and third one is called JIT, just in time compiler. Okay, so from this bytecode verifier will raise error if there is any problem in your bytecode. Okay, so it is going to truly verify your bytecode. Next one is object oriented. So Java is object oriented because it support various object oriented features like encapsulation, then inheritance and polymorphism. Okay, because in Java we can divide your program as per the object. Okay, so these are the first six. Next one is multi-threaded. So multi-threading basically means that you can run, or you can say, what we can say, multi-thread, multiple thread can run simultaneously. Okay, so let's take one example. For example, I am having one work and that work will take, let's say, 12 hours of time if given to one human. Okay, or you can say one person. If I give that work to one person, it will take 12 hours of time. And the same work if I will give to the two person, it will take 6 hours of time, because I have divided this work between multiple person. Okay, so you can see the work is same, but it will be done by two people. Okay, similarly, if you are having one program which is, let's suppose, contain 8k lines, okay, and if that program I am going to execute sequentially, line by line, it may take, for example, 20 minutes. Okay, but somehow if you can identify that in your program first 4k line and second 4k line are independent. Okay, so what you can do, you can create multiple threads. Okay, so thread 1, let's call as a T1, will execute first 4k line, and thread 2 at the same time will execute second 4k line. So ultimately the result will improve performance of your application. Okay, so this is called multi-threaded. Okay, and Java provide inbuilt support for multi-threading. So this is our seventh feature, or you can say seventh buzzword, that is the multi-threaded. Let's move to the next one. Next one is robust. Okay, so how the Java is robust? So first thing, Java is known as strongly typed language. Now what do you mean by strongly typed language? It means that compiler is going to check each and everything. It means that declaration and assignment at the time of compilation. It also check for the compatibility at the time of compilation. Okay, so if there is any problem in the declaration, assignment or compatibility, compiler will not allow to create a class file. So this is the first thing. Second thing is, it contain garbage collector, which provides automatic memory management. Okay, so when some of your object is not in use, you do not need to release the memory of that particular object. That will be done by Java automatically. Okay, so basically it means that there will be no memory related problems. Okay, another thing is, it also provide exception handling. Now using this exception handling, what we can do, let's take an example. For example, we are having a C program, and that C program is having 20 lines. That C program is having 20 lines. Now what will happen if your program is having an error on line number 8? Okay, your program is going to crash. Okay, it means that remaining 12 lines are not going to be executed. Okay, but here, by using the concept of exception handling, we can make it possible to run the remaining 12 line also. Okay, we are having a error on line number 8, but in spite of that, because of this feature of exception handling, the remaining lines are going to be executed. Okay, simply for that we need to use try and catch block. What we are going to use, let me write down over here. We are going to use try and catch block. Okay, say let's say for example in try we are writing to use some remote file. Okay, now what happen if that remote file is not available? It will give error. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to write down this block inside the try block, and then in the catch block we can write down the solution. If it will not found the remote file, it can use some local file and proceed. Okay, so basically we are providing some alternatives. Okay, if remote file is not available, it will continue with the local file. So basically your program execution is not going to stop. So that is what the robust means. Next one is distributed. Okay, it means that your application is going to be distributed across multiple machine. Okay, machine means across multiple, you can say JVM. Okay, this type of application called distributed application, the application which is distributed across the multiple machines. Okay, for this type of application, Java provides support with RMI and EJB concept. Okay, by using this type of concept, we can able to develop this type of distributed application. And what is the advantage? What is the advantage of distributed application? One of the main advantage is load balancing. Okay, load balancing. Why load balancing? Because as you can see, distributed applications are the application which is distributed across multiple machine. Okay, it means that same application is available on machine 1. Machine 1 is having some, for example, one application student result. Okay, and machine 2 is also having that application student result. So what happened when the results are going to be declared? Okay, number of students are trying to access at the same time. Okay, so over here, if machine 1 is getting more number of requests, the request will be diverted to the second machine on the machine number 2. Okay, so the load will be managed between machine 1 and machine 2. Okay, so this is what the use of distributed application, and this is one of the important feature of Java. Next one is compiled and interpreted. So Java provide both the facility. It is compiled as well as interpreted. Okay, at compile time it check for the syntax error. Okay, and if there is no syntax error, we can run our program smoothly with the interpreter. Okay, many languages use interpreter. For example, if we talk about Python, okay, okay, if there is any syntax error, that is not going to be checked at the compile time. Okay, because there is no compilation over there. Okay, so that will be problem at the runtime. So here there is a compiler which check for the syntax error, and JVM interpret the bytecode and convert it into the machine code. Okay, and finally it will be executed. So basically Java is interpreted as well as compiled language. Next one is high performance. Feature number 11 is the high performance. So we can say that Java is faster than traditionally language, but slower than C, or you can say C++. The reason is Java code, the high language code which we are writing, is not directly converted to the machine code. Okay, code is converted to the byte code, and then it will be converted by JVM to the machine code, or we can say native code. Whereas in the C++, the code is directly converted to the machine code. So C and C++ are somewhat faster than the Java. And the last one is dynamic. So it means that whenever class file is required, at that time that particular file will be loaded. Okay, it means that we can write down like this one: runtime class file will be loaded. Okay, that is called a dynamic loading. Okay, so whenever a particular class file is required, at that time on demand that file will be loaded. Okay, as we know that when we compile some Java file, say for example student.java, it will create number of class file. Okay, for example, this student class, for this student dot java file is having three class, sorry, that student.java file is having three classes inside that file. So when you run this Java C student.java, it will create three class file. Okay, so that all the class file will not be loaded. Okay, when you run this program Java student, all the class files are not going to be loaded. Only the required class file is going to be loaded. Okay, if three classes are required, then all of them will be loaded. But if only one class is required, or two classes required, then that particular class will be loaded. Okay, so this is called as a dynamic loading. Okay, so again let's go and take a brief of each and every feature buzzword. First one is simple. Simple means easy to learn. Second one is platform independent. So it basically means that your Java code will run on any environment, on any OS. Third one is architecture neutral. It means that you do not need to change your Java program if you are making any changes, software or hardware changes in your system. Fourth one is portable. So it means that you can carry your bytecode to any platform and you do not need to make a single change in your Java program. Next one is secure. So it is secure because it will never communicate directly with the machine. Next is object oriented. It is object oriented because it supports the various object oriented feature, as we have seen in our previous video, that is encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, etc. Next one is multi-threaded because threading is inbuilt provided by the Java and we can run multiple thread. So multiple tasks can be done simultaneously. So basically it improves the performance of the application. Next one is robust. It is robust because of several reasons. First one is it is a strongly typed language. Second one, it is having a garbage collector. Third one is it is also provide the facility of exception handling. Next one is distributed. So Java provides the support for distributed application using RMI and EGB. Next one is compiled and interpreter. So Java provides both facility. It is compiled as well as interpreted. Next one is high performance. So Java is faster than traditional languages but slower than C and C++. The reason is the Java code first converted to bytecode and then it will be converted to the machine code. And finally dynamic. So it means that whenever the class file is needed, at that time only that file will be loaded. If it is not required, it's not going to be loaded. Okay, So I hope that all of you can able to understand these features of the Java. It is very important. So if you are having any query about any of the feature, you can comment it down below. I will surely reply to that and try to solve your doubt. Okay, if you got the concept, if you understand the things, please like, share and subscribe the channel, and also do not forget to press the bell icon. Okay, in the upcoming videos we will see the practicals of all of the things. Okay, so be with us and provide your love and support. Thank you so much.